that circular diagram that generally is done in the first year course. This diagram is, why it's a preferred diagram is because it tells us one important facet, and that is we get to know if something is happening in the atria during the cardiac cycle, what is happening in the ventricles at the same time. That is perfectly known by this diagram. So this is the representative diagram for one single cardiac cycle. The inner strip represents atrial events. We will show atrial events there. Outer strip will represent ventricular events. We will show ventricular events there. If I start from a point and I'll go on describing the events, when I come back here, one cardiac cycle will be over, 0.8 seconds duration will be over. So entire circle represents 0.8 seconds. Let us divide this into 8 equal parts. So each part is 0.1 second. Right. So let's see the atrial events first in the inner strip. First, atrial systole, 0.1 second. So one part. You see, atrial systole has been said to be, basically we are aware of two types of contractions anywhere. The isometric contraction and isotonic contraction. There are two more types, one of which I am going to describe now. It has been called as myotonic contraction. Myotonic contraction. Myo as in, meiosis as in reduction. So myotonic contraction is a reducing type of contraction. Meaning the contraction is strong in the initial part and then it goes on becoming weaker. It becomes weaker in the later part. Such contractions are myotonic contractions, and atrial systole, this 0.1 second of atrial systole, this contraction has been called as, or is similar to the myotonic contraction, because first 0.05 second is a stronger contraction. So it's called as a dynamic phase of the atrial systole, first 0.05 second. So more than 75% fibers are contracting, more than 80% blood is pumped during this first half, first 0.05. And the later half, the contraction strength decreases. So later 0.05, the contraction recedes or decreases in strength. So it has been called as a dynamic phase of the atrial systole. But all in all, it should be understood that initially the contraction is strong and then it becomes weaker. Such contractions have also been described as myotonic contraction. Let me just say here, before we proceed further, is that ventricular ejection, although we have not reached that stage, but let me just compare this and the other type of contraction. The ventricular ejection, we have done isotonic and isometric contraction, then myotonic contraction is third one, and the last type of contraction is auxotonic contraction. Auxotonic. You know, as the contraction proceeds, the strength of contraction goes on increasing. As the contraction proceeds, the strength of contraction goes increasing. Such contractions are called as auxotonic contractions. Ventricular ejection has been termed an auxotonic contraction. Why? Because as the ventricular ejection starts, we will see that later, but as the ejection starts and blood starts filling into the aorta pressure goes on increasing. So resistance to the further pumping by the ventricle is going to left ventricle. Resistance to the flow will increase, and therefore, because of this increased afterload, left ventricle will have to contract stronger and stronger because its afterload is increasing as the blood starts going into the aorta with ejection. So contraction strength goes on increasing as the left ventricular systole proceeds, and such contractions where strength of contraction goes on increasing is called as oxytonic contraction. Right, so anyways, let's come back to the events. Atrial systole, 0.1 second, that's over. Then atrial diastole. For the remaining 0.7 seconds, atria are in diastole. So atrial diastole, atria are in diastole for the remaining 0.7 seconds. Atria relax and receive the blood. Next is ventricular events. Ventricular systole, 0.3 seconds. So we'll show three parts here. Point 0.3 seconds, so three parts in the outer circular strip. And what you can see here is we have shown ventricular systole to be starting at the end of atrial systole. You know, this should be very, very clear that ventricular systole always starts after the atrial systole is over, and that's because of an obvious reason of AV nodal delay. AV node delays the impulse transmission into the ventricles, so ventricular excitation is delayed, ventricular contraction is also delayed. So it occurs at the end of atrial systole and 0.3 seconds. Let's see the events. At the start of ventricular systole, let us just have a diagrammatic representation here. At the start of ventricular systole, ventricular pressure increases and becomes more than the atrial pressure. Ventricular pressure becomes more than the atrial pressure. And obviously, therefore, AV valves close, and that produces a sound called as first heart sound. So we know two things about the first heart sound, that it occurs at the beginning of ventricular systole and it occurs due to the closure of AV valves. Now, ventricular pressure is rising. It's in systole, ventricles are in systole, but it has not become great enough to open the pulmonary valve and aortic valve. The semilunar valves have not yet opened. So we have a situation whereby AV valves have got closed, but semilunar valves have not yet opened. All four valves are closed and ventricles are just contracting like closed chambers against all closed four valves, has been called as isovolumic contraction. Isovolumic contraction of the ventricles. Blood volume cannot change, it remains the same. But ventricular pressure is rising, so soon the ventricular pressures exceed the pressure in the pulmonary artery and aorta respectively, and therefore semilunar valves are opened. Semilunar valves open, and therefore the period of ejection will start. Blood will be ejected out. It will be ejected out in two phases. First, the rapid ejection, and later on there will be a reduced ejection. So in two phases, rapid and reduced ejection, the blood will be ejected. Initially the ejection will be rapid because ventricular pressure was rising, and then the semilunar valves were thrown open. So that rising pressure will have a first rapid ejection phase. Then the ejection rate will reduce. So two phases. Then